know I'm looking crazy right now, but this is how we're gonna start out today. I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all this pattern. But yeah, all I did was put some edge control, some gel on each piece, and I just plaited it a little bit, not all the way. And that's how we are going to start that off. And so the hair I'm going to be using is the free choice braid. This is the distress lock in 22 inches. I'm using a T530 color and a number 2. So I have 3 of the number 2s and 1 of these for just like a pop of color. But they're both 22 inches. And then I'm going to be using the Expression twist up. It's the springy afro twist, and this is in a color 1, and this is 12 inches. So I just have 1 pack of this brand. All right, so this is going to be the easiest way, hands down, for you to do your faux locks. You do your butterfly locks, you can do distress locks, any type of faux locks. You will be able to do them with this technique, and it will cut your time down in half. Trust me. All right, so this is how the locks look. It's about 16 of these in 1 pack. So this is how these look. These are distressed. They kind of look like butterfly locks a little bit. Look at them. Look at that. They have the hoop on the end. They're distressed all the way through. This is how the Expressions hair comes. This is just a little bit. This isn't the whole pack, but you can pretty much just pull these apart like this. See? So let's clip this out the way so you guys can see. Now I'm going to kind of make that hole a little bit bigger, because you want to be able to pull the lock all the way through. And that's the washer. If y'all hear that loud noise, that's the washer. But see, if you can get your finger in there, then the hole is big enough. So I'm gonna take my latch hook, I'm gonna stick it through, hook it on, close it up, pull that through. And then I'm just gonna take this lock and pull it all the way through. Like so. Now I'm gonna take some edge controllers. I'm gonna be using this edge booster. This is it's a pineapple scent. So I'm gonna be taking this one, and I'm gonna just put a little bit right here. Just to lay it down. Just a little bit. This is my piece, but I'm gonna take it and pull it apart like that. See how easy it just pulls apart? And then I'm gonna kind of like pull the ends a little bit. That. Just how you want your ends to look. Now you're gonna take this, both pieces, you're gonna hold them like that. And you're gonna take this and fold it under like this, and you're gonna start wrapping using your thumb to kind of guide the hair. So you're gonna wrap that around a couple times at the top so it can get a little tight, and then you're gonna start wrapping it around the actual lock See, you don't have to make it too tight because this lock is already distressed. So, all right, so once this end is finished, I'm gonna hold that, and then I'm gonna take the piece that's left. I want to make sure that I'm covering all of my hair because that little piece is still my hair. So I'm going to hold that together and start wrapping that. You want to cover all of that excess hair. All right, so when you get a little end like this, you're gonna wrap up, down until it just seals on top of itself. And voila, look at that, boom. Now, you can also go like this to kind of seal it some more. I got this little lump right here, but I actually like it. I don't really care because it's all kind of lumpy throughout. I wanted to have that distressed look anyway. So there you have it. That was less than a minute. The end's already sealed. You gotta do nothing else. What's easier than that? Tell me, what technique you know is easier than this one? We're gonna do this one right here. So we're gonna pull that through. Put that on. Now you can take the loop and hook the end to the loop and pull it through, but I just prefer to do it this way because I have a little bit more control over it. All right, so we got this one pulled through. Get our hair. This is the other half of the first one. Gonna kind of pull these ends. Now, if you have longer hair, they do sell this hair in longer lengths. I just got this length because my hair is very short, so it doesn't take much to cover this. See, it'll stop like right here. But you can also kind of adjust it when you're wrapping it so that one end is longer than the other one. And that way you ain't got to worry about spending too much money on a longer length. All right. Okay. Got that. Now we going to keep on wrapping. That's it. That's it. That's it. We done. We done. That's it. Show me a better technique than this one. Now I'm only gonna add the edge control to my edges so it can just look a little cleaner. Everything else can look rough. Have y'all been following this Housewives drama with Porsha Williams, honey? I must have seen that story last night. I think it woke me up out my sleep. Splitting this one. Well, if you aren't familiar, Porsha is one of the Atlanta housewives, so she got one of the peaches. But she ended up bringing on this lady named Fallon. So she was one of her friends on the show. Now Fallon is one of the young chicks that was dating like this older man who had like, looked like he had some money. So there was a scene on the show where Porsha invited the girls to Fallon's house and they was all swimming in Fallon's pool, just kind of like getting to know her a little bit. And Fallon's husband was there. Her husband is Simon. I don't know how to say his last name, so I ain't even gonna try. But he was there, but he kind of was like in and out. He was just letting them, letting them chop it up or whatever. So Dennis is Porsha's ex-fiance. Dennis is Porsha's ex-fiance from the show. So they were supposed to get married. They have a child together. But they were supposed to get married at one point, but I think they ended up just, he ended up cheating and they called off the engagement or whatnot. Dennis wasn't really on the season that much. So the season is over with, right? They done had the reunion and all of that. So I look online and I see Porsha has posted a picture with her new man. Now, her new man looked like Dennis, her old man. But she has like this long statement saying how, if I find it, I'll put it in the video, but it's a statement pretty much explaining that she didn't get with him while he was with his wife. He's divorced now. They started talking a month ago. Like, it's a long statement. And I'm like, why does she feel like she needs to do all of that? And then she got a picture with him. I'm like, okay, whatever. I mean, bravo for her. She got her new man, whatever. Blase, blase. But she also mentions in the statement, me and Fallon are not friends. I'm like, wait a minute. Now I need to go do some research, because why she feel like she needs to mention Fallon's name? Like, what Fallon got to do with it? If I go back and look, this woman is dating Simon, Fallon's ex-husband. I'm like, wait, what am I doing? This woman is dating Simon from the show. Now, they are divorced, but this is your friend from the show. Then it gets worse. So I'm looking, I'm trying to figure out, you be in the comments, you be reading, you like, what is going on? Like, what is Fallon saying? Like, what? So I look on the Shade Room. Shade Room posts this whole thing about her being engaged to Simon. Like, they engaged. And then she talk about how Dennis is okay with it, because Dennis is in the picture with her and Simon. She got her hand on Simon. Now, Dennis is the ex-fiance. Simon is the new fiance. So I'm like, wait a minute. You said y'all was talking a month? It was a month ago? Then I'm like, how close were y'all, Because this was your friend on the show, but now you saying that ain't your friend? Is she not your friend because you were a man or her ex-man? Or were you pretending that y'all were friends for the sake of the show? Like, what was the situation? Now, Fallon did like an interview with Candy, Candy's on the show as well, if you don't know. But she also has like a YouTube channel where she like does like this little, she'll do sit downs with different cast members. And you know, they'll be asking like the questions that you don't really like hear them asking on the show. So she really be getting in people's business or whatever. So Fallon ends up like explaining, now this is like a while back, this ain't, you know, current. So Fallon ends up explaining how her and Porsha like became cool. So Fallon said that her and Porsha met through Dennis and Simon. So Dennis and Simon were friends before Fallon and Porsha. So that's how their friendship started. Then I'm like, wait a minute, this is too much. Because you got Dennis and Simon that were friends. So both of y'all was engaged to the same woman? Like, that don't make sense. Like, what is going on? What type of relationship do y'all have? But she's talking about Dennis is cool with it. I'm like, is Dennis cool with it, or are you forcing Dennis to be cool with it? Like, I'm confused. But oh, that just brings me to my question. Like, how do you feel about bringing your man around your friends? So my thing is, I'm okay with meeting friends and having my friends meeting my man, but it'll just be, you know, just a cordial type of, you know, relationship. It won't be no, oh, we all exchanging numbers and they gonna be hanging out when I'm not around. Nah, I'm not cool with that. It could just be me. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments, but we ain't about to be that friendly, and I'm not about to be that friendly with my man's friends either. Like, I'm okay with being cordial. I'm okay with knowing who you are. But yeah, we're not about to be meeting up and hanging out, and we ain't about to be doing all that type of stuff when our spouse ain't around. That's crazy to me. But yeah, Porsha is like one of like my favorite people on the show. Like, I really like Porsha. She's like one of the reasons I like to watch that show. But that, I don't know, Porsha. Like, I just feel like that's just so wrong for you to just be like, this my friend on the show. Y'all got pictures together, you know. Y'all acting buddy outside of the show. But you with her man? You with her ex-man? Then I'm thinking, okay, well, there was a situation where it was like a bachelorette. It was like they all threw a bachelorette party for Cynthia, and there was a stripper that was there. And I don't know what his name was, Bolo, something like that. He was a stripper, but, you know, all the ladies was kind of messing with him, kind of flirting with him or whatever. You know, he was trying to have a good time, but Kenya, she ends up kind of like spilling the tea about what went down when the camera shut down at the bachelorette party. And she was like kind of saying how Porsha had did something with the stripper. So Porsha's thing was, you know, this is girl code. Like, you don't tell like what goes on behind the scenes. Like, that's girl code. But I'm trying to think, ain't messing with your friend's ex-man, ain't that girl code too? Like, what? Like, that's just crazy to me. But yeah, Porsha, I can't rock with you on that one. I love you on the show. You one of my favorite people, but that's just a no-go for me, honey. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this. I'm almost done. This is a pretty decent chunk right here. I'm gonna go ahead and start finishing up this head, because I know y'all don't want to be sitting here all day. Y'all want to see the final results. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments. How y'all feel about having y'all man around y'all friends? Like, what's too comfortable when it comes to that type of situation? Is Porsha in the wrong? Like, what y'all feel? Y'all feel like, oh, well, you should be mad at Simon too? Or you should be mad at Dennis? Like, what do y'all think? I think I'm gonna add some color to this one. This has like a little, it's lighter at the ends. So let me add that in the middle. It's gonna give me more of like a dark root type effect. I'm gonna use this same here. Same technique. Now another thing, if you run out of hair, let's say you have pieces of your hair that's longer in certain areas, you can do the same thing with this hair. Just add some more onto the end. Just make sure you're just overlapping the last piece so that it attaches. So you'll do it the same way you did the beginning. Kind of loop it over, but just make sure that you are attaching it to the very last piece of distressed hair. Just roll that. See how this is kind of like, still have a little bit of my hair out. So I'm gonna just take another piece of this, the thinner piece. I don't want it to be too bulky. I'm gonna just start right here. Start wrapping it. I'm gonna go up and down so that that can seal off right there. See? Now I can just knit, and there you have it. Get a little bit of color. Now, if you don't want it to be two-tone, just try to get you some hair that you can match to this. I see this little peekaboo. I don't really mind that, so it's whatever. But get you a hair color that'll match with this if you want. Another thing you want to make sure is that when you're separating your hair, like depending on how big your lock is, you want to use enough hair to kind of like match the width of the lock that you already have. So you don't want to be way too much bigger than the one that you have, because it's going to look crazy. All right, so this is one pack. Got a couple back here. Yep. This is all one pack. And of course this little one right here, but yeah. So I am almost done.
And there you guys have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also hit the notification bell because I will be dropping videos every week and you don't want to miss those uploads. Until next time, bye.